Boker Tov, good morning Haya, good morning Leah, good morning Berko, good morning Sophia. Today we're going to talk about Moses. This is the book I'm going to be reading to you today, Moses. This story happened a long time ago. Egypt was the land of the Egyptians, but also living there were many Israelites. The kind of Egypt was called Pharaoh, and he was worried about so many Israelites living in his country. He had been very unkind to them and made them work hard as slaves. This is Pharaoh and these are the slaves. But each year, more Israelites came to Egypt and they were having babies. So Pharaoh was scared that they would become a very powerful nation, or maybe they will join his enemies and they will try to destroy Egypt. So he told his people to go and look for all the Israelites' baby boys and to throw them away into the river so there won't be any more babies. But this is Moses. His mom finds out what Pharaoh is doing to baby boys, but she decided that she won't let his baby boy be thrown into the water. So she kept him for 3 months. Then she realized she couldn't hide him anymore. So she made this beautiful basket so she could put Moses into the basket, and this basket will flow into the water. This is Moses' Miriam. She's going to be taking care of him. One day, Pharaoh's daughter was walking by the side of the river, and she saw baby Moses, and she sent her maid to fetch it. Then she saw the baby, and she was so happy, but she realized that he was one of the babies her father didn't want. But she was a very good person and she decided to keep him. Then Miriam, Moses' sister, she saw that Pharaoh's daughter had the baby. So she went and asked her if she wanted an Israelite mother to take care of the baby. So Miriam was super smart. She went and talked to her own mother so she would take care of baby Moses. Then baby Moses was a big boy, so he had to go and live in the palace with Pharaoh. But he always knew he was an Israelite, and he didn't like the way Pharaoh was treating all the Israelites as slaves. So one day he got really mad and he started hitting one of the people that worked for Pharaoh. And he was super scared that maybe Pharaoh would find out, so he left Egypt. And he ran away to a place called Midian. He was resting and drinking some water when she saw 2 women that came and they were taking care of the sheep. And Moses helped the women taking care of the sheep. So when these women went to their houses, they told her father that they had met somebody and that maybe he could be a good shepherd. So the father said that they should go back and ask Moses to come to the house to eat with them. And then Moses stayed at the house and he married one of the girls and worked for her father as a shepherd. While he was looking after the sheep, Moses saw a bush on fire. And then he came closer to the fire and he realized that even there was fire, the bush wasn't burning at all. And then he heard God's voice. And he was so frightened he couldn't even look. God told Moses that he knew how unhappy the Israelites were in Egypt. And God wanted Moses to show the Israelites the way to a new and better land. Moses didn't think that the Israelites would listen to him. He thought that they wouldn't believe that God had spoken to him. But God promised to help Moses. God told him that he must go back and see the new Pharaoh and ask him to let the Israelites leave Egypt. This is Moses and this is the new Pharaoh. So Moses did as God has asked, but it was a long, long time before the Pharaoh said yes. And that is another story. That is the Pesach story. Here is Moses and here is Pharaoh. So this is a very, very good story about how a mother saved his child because she knew that he was a good boy and it wasn't fair what was happening in Egypt. And then you know the rest of the story. Moses went, and then the plagues, and then Pharaoh didn't want to let Moses' people go, but then they had the plagues, and at the end, they all left and then went into the desert. That is the Exodus. That is the Pesach story. So I hope you really enjoyed this book, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.